Guess who may be seeing Judge Judy? That's right, Greg, also known as Onision. Let's see what he has to say.
Hey guys, I just got off the phone with some of the people at Judge Judy. I mentioned briefly before that I was going to contact Judge Judy about being conned out of almost $2,000 by my ex-girlfriend, and it turns out they're interested in my case. The only question is whether or not we can get that old Canadian down here to see some American justice. No, but I think that she's going to be interested in this case just because she thinks she's right. She's pretty set on believing whatever she wants to believe, and so maybe by the end of the month we will have Judge Judy telling us who's right. Maybe it's me that is 100% honest, like I've been telling you guys all this time. Or maybe Judge Judy will side with the Canadian, who knows?
First things first here, Judge Judy knows when somebody's lying. And my guess is that if you go to court, Shiloh is going to be lying, and you are going to be lying. You both are going to be lying, and being a long time of Judge Judy, and having been a long viewer of Judge Judy, she calls out liars on the spot, on national television, right then and there. Both sides. Not one, but both sides. She can see past it. She's been a judge for, what, almost 20 years? More than, I think, 20 years. I've been watching her since I've been, like, 9. She knows her stuff. So if you're lying, she's going to know. She can read people, especially people like you, Greg, who's supposedly very, very honest all the time.
The point is that I'm going to bring plenty of evidence, and I'm going to bring plenty of statements and so forth, supporting my case as usual because I am a man of evidence. Yeah.
Now if you're watching this video, Onision, I want to give you some real advice here. You say that you have evidence. And I want, as a genuine human being, I want to tell you that going to court, you may think you have evidence, but there is a very high chance that your evidence that you think is known as evidence will not be taken seriously. The reason I say that is because the only evidence that Judge Judy is going to accept is if you have a written or verbal or signed contract between you and your ex-girlfriend stating that while you were in a relationship with your ex-girlfriend that she agreed to pay you back the money you gave her. If there's no verbal agreement or of that conversation, or there's no signed contract, then she's not going to take your case seriously. Because later in this video you say, well, she conned me out of $2,000 while I was dating her, she was seeing other men and I was giving her money or whatever. That's what I could understand. You were giving her money while you guys were dating and stuff, and she was out dating other guys or something like that. And if that's true, that's really not a solid case to... You just can't... If you're giving money to someone just because you love them or care for them, unless they agree to pay you back the money, I mean agree, like a contract, then they're not liable to pay you back. They don't have to pay you back anything. It's like when I bought gifts to my past relationship, I gave them to her as a gift because I loved and cared for her, and I can't just go over to her house and say, well, I want all these things I bought for you, well over $1,000 or in the year of the relationship, I want all that stuff back now. I can't do that because I gave it out of love and kindness and because I cared for the person, and there was no contract between us that that if we were to break up, that she'd give everything back. So unless you have a verbal agreement as evidence, there's a very high chance that the court case, if it actually goes, will be thrown out.
And principle and stuff. I am actively suing Shiloh, or attempting to sue Shiloh, for almost $2,000 because that is what I was conned out of. She was dating 2 people simultaneously, pretending she was dating me while taking money freely from me, and I feel like that's 100% wrong. If I win the case, I will be happy to donate to whatever charity you guys decide. I will probably start a poll if the case is accepted on which charity you guys want me to donate to. All of the money that is taken from Shiloh will go straight to charity. So it would be like almost a good thing what happened to us. While I could use that money, I just don't feel good taking the money back. It's just a weird principle thing. I don't know. It's like I want the money back, but I don't want the money back because now it's like tainted. So I just kind of want to like give it to some good organization and just get over the whole thing. Anyway, to Shiloh, stop contacting me. You're still contacting me. You're still emailing me. You're still talking about me, blogging about me, tweeting about me, and so forth. Facebook status updating about me. Stop it. I keep telling you to stop, but you won't. Stop, please. Okay, I'll see you in court. Bye.
Here's what I think about the situation. You want to go on Judge Judy because you want publicity, you want attention, and if you can do that by going on Judge Judy and getting accepted into Judge Judy, you'll do it. It's kind of like the when you asked the Amazing Atheist to go on the Steve Wilkos show, and you wanted attention, you want publicity from someone on national television, then you were willing to get the Amazing Atheist, TJ, or you attempted to try to get him to come on the show with you. It's a publicity stunt. You're not doing it because you sincerely want $2,000. I know for a fact how many subscribers and how many viewers you get on your views you get on your videos, that you make far more than $2,000. In fact, $2,000 to you is probably nothing. Hell, I make maybe $1,000 if I'm lucky, if I work 40 hours a week for 2 weeks. I can be lucky if I make $1,000. That's including overtime. In all seriousness, Onision, if you don't want her talking about you and seeing her talk about you, block her on Twitter and all those social networking sites. But more than that, ignore her. This actually kind of relates to a situation I was in, because last month, January 7th, I was in court because my ex-girlfriend took me to court for anti-harassment over Twitter. Twitter. They got a screenshot of something some other people said, which I asked. I asked some third-party people to ask my ex-girlfriend to why she took advantage of me. That's all I asked them to ask her that. And I saw what they wrote, and they asked, why did you take advantage of this person? And she responded by filing an anti-harassment order against me because of a Twitter message, and I had the cops come to my house, knock on my door, and hand me a anti-harassment 6-day temporary order, and that if I violate this order and try to contact my ex-girlfriend in 6 days, that I'll be thrown in jail. No, I'm not making this up. I didn't try to contact her, and I'm someone who abides by the law, and I went to court, and it got thrown out instantly. Here's the thing, if you're going to go to court with evidence, you have to have actual evidence that what I'm saying is harassing. Because number one, asking somebody a question, especially when it's not even from me directly, it's third party, asking somebody, why did you take advantage of somebody? That's not a legitimate reason to file an anti-harassment claim. Second of all, anti-harassment deals with unwanted contact, and I hadn't seen my ex-girlfriend since summer of 2010, and until all the way, a year and a half, until January 7th, I see her in court, is my next time I see her. And she, during that time, during December of 2011, she files a she was trying to get it permanent, she was trying to get a 1-year anti-harassment order put on my record because of a Twitter message. And of course the judge threw it out because number one, I have free speech, number two, what I said was not slander, number three, there was nothing objectionable with what I said, and number four, it wasn't considered harassment, and number five, there was she never ever contacted me and said, you know what, Daniel, I never want to see anything from you again. If you have any third party contact me and ask me questions about you, I don't want any of that. She never said anything like that. My last actual contact with her via seeing her was in 2010, and it's just shocking that somebody can file an anti-harassment order and claim that they have evidence to prove that I am harassing somebody, when indeed I am not, and it's not even from me directly, it's from third-party people. And like I said, having a third-party person ask you, why did you use so-and-so, or why did you take advantage of them? Because I admit, from my past relationship, I feel taken advantage of. From how long the relationship lasted, and then how it ended, and the things that took place to why it ended, I'm still confused to this very day. But I'm not focused on that anymore. I'm happily moved on from that relationship, and I'm moving on with my life. And yeah, so with that said, I just wanted to share that with my viewers and subscribers, and by all means, Onision, if you are watching this, I hope Judge Judy, if you go to court, rules out both of you as being crazies, delusional, and that you guys are both wrong. That's all I gotta say. I'm Daniel Sulzbach, also known as Mr. Repzion. Peace, Rep out.